So today I'm going to try to get the base to this Reeves Drive sliding table back together. Hopefully I can do that. Got all the parts. I think they're all ready. I think I've got all the parts. I think they're all ready. Got tape on stuff. First I can start off with getting some of the tape off. I've got some whey oil. I think I'll use that on the ways. Which sort of makes sense. Look at that. Look at that. That is just terrific. Wow. Badge clean. All the parts are clean. Ways are clean. It's just nice. It's just nice. It's great. All right. Next, I guess, is this little business. Look at me go. Look at that. Obviously, no rhyme or reason at all to how I put the tape on. Just as it struck me. Because I don't know what I'm doing. I know what I want. Which is cool. I mean, that's something. There you go, all that. That's going to go in there. I've got a bearing to put on it first. Thrust bearings. One's going to go like that. Another one's going to go here. I think. Got some dust clinging to that. All right, that's good. That's pretty snug. That's going to go there. I got to get these bearings oiled before I go any further. None of these, what we're using for bearing surfaces and all of this is cast iron on one side and steel on the other. I mean, it's not a bad thing. I mean, it's not really a bad thing. It's just, you know, there are other things. But it's all right. It's all right. So let me get a little bit of oil and a dipper, and I've got the key, which I figured I'd lose by now. That goes for the handle. I got some stuff. Tape, you know. This looks great. Reeves speed control. All right, there's that. It leaves me with still, I need to get some oil in these bearings. These thrust bearings are charming. Nothing wrong with them, really. They're a little rocky, but this isn't exactly high speed. Let me get some oil. Pardon?
You still recording?
Yeah, but I'm going to turn it off. What's the... Pardon?
How long have you been doing the YouTube channel?
The YouTube. Oh, I don't know. A couple of years. It's really just for largely for my own entertainment, as you can well imagine. and you know, a couple of people that have just run into it, which is fun, right? To have people just run into it. They
Yeah.
think they've discovered something. I think it's great. And every now and then someone will ask a question, which I think is super.
Mhm.
And it feels like, I mean, it feels like I'm accomplishing something, which, you know, could easily be just, I mean, it's, clearly it's just in my head, but it feels that way, and it's sort of cool.
Yeah, that is cool. I mean, to think that you're leaving something like that behind,
A
too,
little bit, yes.
You know?
Yes. Yes, that's, I mean, that's clearly a little bit of it, yes. Okay, this is going on kind of hard. Don't really mind that, except it I'm running out of good ideas as to how to deal with it, because the center is coming through the wheel, and I can't just hit the axle anymore. I mean the wheel anymore, because then I'm hitting the actual shaft. But it's moving pretty smoothly. Just requires a little bit of force. It's not, doesn't seem excessive, but it's a little bit more than I was thinking. Maybe I could tap lightly on the end of this and have the same kind of thing happen. Oh yeah, coming right through. Excellent, excellent. And now the nut. The nut's got some little cuts around the top edge, and it seems like it's been shrunk a little bit. I assume that that's to make it sort of like a lock nut, like a castle nut, only without the extra hardware. This, I'm going to use this to tighten the lash out of that. That's cool. It's got to have some, just not much. You know, what do I know? Doesn't feel like any now. That's good. All right, got to there. Now I'll get the plate that slides in on this. We'll go on to the next thing. So here's this little bit of business. Got tape on this side, and I think just the taping on these two machine surfaces and these two. Get the tape off, and then get a little lubricant on the pieces. I didn't do anything to them. They were a little bit oily and greasy, grimy mostly, from residue of previous oilings, and then all of that lovely oil mixed with wood fibers, because it's a wood lathe. There'll be dust everywhere. There will be again. Boy, imagine that. Get to that dust everywhere stage. Look at me go. Alright, wow, this is terrific. I like the red. I'm sure you do too. Pretty exciting. Way oil. My machinist buddy says that whey oil is sticky. I guess. He's probably right, right? I sure don't know. This has got a Zerk fitting that goes in this side. So I'm just going to turn this that way, try to put it on and engage the threads. I should put a little oil into this thing. The Zerk fitting is for grease. Grease is what goes in this little business right here. But at the moment, we're going to use oil. We'll get to the greasing stage some point in the future. All right. Oh, this is super. You probably can sense how wonderful that feels. Ooh. I mean, it was a hand over hand sort of thing when I started. This is terrific. And this should stop right there. That's as far this way as this can come. Good on me. Good on me. Zerk fitting goes back in. There's that. Good. Good, good, good. Wow, this is terrific. Sort of want to do something to this, but I don't know. I'm going to put this on as my capture nut at the far end of this. I don't have a clue as to where that was. And that looks good enough to me. All right, this is terrific. Beautiful, just beautiful. That is back together. And that is pulled as tightly as it can be. So actually when I put this thing together, I should run that all the way out. But that's for later. Okay, now we put that conversion plate, which is a piece of plywood, onto this. Let's do that. Pretty cool. Conversion plate. Pretty cool. Alright, so that bolts down through here. Alright, here's a washer. Wrong bolt. This bolt goes here because it's been recessed. And so it's shorter. Love it. Love it. Wow. Logic. You know what? I think I'm going to swap washers. This washer looks bigger and it seems like it's getting in the way because these two holes are really close to each other. Remember that this this plate was drilled out for an earlier motor, not the one that's in it now. And so it had a different footprint. So we'll do that. This washer is smaller, which will allow for a little bit more clearance to that hole, because these two holes almost, once you put the washer on, the two holes overlap. So let's do it this way. All right, 3 tries, 3 tries. Everything so far is like that. I guess it's okay. Okay, that all went pretty damned well. The motor won't get put on this until this gets put on the machine. All right, drive assembly is done. Ready to go back on. I didn't lose any parts other than one washer. I can live with that. I'm sure you can too. These are the 4 screws that hold the plate of the motor mount down, which is great. This is all the color, similar to the machine. This is like a win. This is like one of those first things going back. I can't tell you how important this is in my mind. We'll see what happens. Well, I know where this is going. I think I know. Yeah. Let's see if we can get it up there. Close. Close. Still not quite up. But there's always something in the way. All right. This is going to go here. This is pulled back all the way, which suggests it's as tight as it gets. I'm not sure why it's that way. All right. Now, goes here. And, you know, something like that. Anyway, reality check. I don't know how high this goes. Math says that I can get this high enough to get over that, but you know, that's if this goes high enough, and I don't lose my nerve, which I could easily. Can I, will it turn? That's better. You know, if I can get it that, we can wiggle it on from there. I believe. This is going. You watching this? Look at us go. I'm going to reset. This is all real close. Wow. Wow, this is real close. I believe I'm high enough. That's great. And as I slide this on, I get steered further and further and further off to the side. Damn. Damn. If I try to go on the inside of the leg, you know what, I think I'm going to have to do that. Pardon me for a minute.
How close are we getting?
It's now a matter of getting the machine arranged so that I can get the motor centered.
Yeah.
Because these feet, however wonderful they seem to splay out, always don't quite do what you want.
Okay. So, going on this side with the foot is not going to work?
It put me about 8 inches to the far side of the, with the motor on the pad.
Oh, you'd have to get it.
Because every time I got in further, it, because of the splay, it
Yep.
went further that way.
Okay.
So trying to go on the inside,
Yep.
and maybe the opposite of that will work for me. And as you probably could have predicted, it doesn't.
So close. Though.
It doesn't. And the
Is it something that I have there that's in the way?
I don't believe that,
Okay.
but I don't think. I'm not sure how to improve this thing. Get rid of that leg. But you can see how that might not work out.
I mean, that leg's kind of a necessity.
Yeah, I was sort of being facetious.
Oh, good.
Now if we had more chain.
We could swing it more.
Oh. Look at how close you are.
Pretty close. I think
it's close enough
it's
to where
scootable.
where you could drop it on the base and then we could move it as needed. Right?
But is no real fine control on the. Yeah, I agree.
Well, I mean, drop it enough to detach the. Now, what are those bolts at the top?
These
Those hold
are
the.
not in the way. These hold a piece of plywood to the old motor bolt holes in this upper plate.
Okay, but where does that sit? Do
There
you have
are
anything
4 new
pre-drilled?
holes,
Oh, I see.
and they're half nuts, insert nuts on the underside.
Oh, all right. So
On the
all you
piece
have
of
to do
plywood?
is drop a bolt on the top of it.
Yes.
Okay, I'd say you could probably, with me there, you could
Why
probably
don't you drop it right now?
Drop it. All right. I don't know how fine-tuned this is. Ready?
It's
Good enough.
yeah. I'd say get out completely. There we go.
Okay.
It's on. That's terrific.
That was
terrific.
practically a one-person operation.
I'm frightened. Here we are. Here we are. I don't think there's
So-
enough play to take any of that apart. I'm going to unbolt it. That's great. Wow, it's the little things. That means that the Reeves Drive will go up there. I mean, the drywall will go up there too. This is terrific. This is such a collage of parts. And we've got the Fay Scott Lathe, the drywall bracket
Mm-hmm.
and frame, and the Reeves Drive motor control, all different eras
Yeah.
of the whole thing being put together. Kind of cute. The Reeves Drive, I pulled the patent date off it, and that sliding plate that it's on is patented in '33.
Okay. So
So
that's
this-
a pretty modern.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's only 80 years ago.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
78 years ago.
Yep.
Yeah, price almost brand new. All right, well that's great. So unbolt the chain and good God,
Do you want me to undo the chain?
I'll take care of it. Not to worry. You've got things to do.
All right.
This is great. I'm going to do that and then hook up the drywall and see if I can get that up there. That'll help balance the load of the motor on that bracket. I think that's a good thing. Let's do that. Well, as you can imagine, I got this wrong. I had put this conversion plate, this piece of plywood that makes up the difference between the old bolt holes and the new bolt holes, old and new motor. And I had it on 180 degrees wrong, which isn't much, but it was enough to throw off the bolt pattern. It wasn't like it couldn't fit, but it made it so that no matter what I was doing, I was not going to repeat what had been done when it was put together and working. The whole pattern is about a half of an inch different from one side to the other. And I just don't want to get into that game where later down the line I can't get something to balance out or run true. The thing I'm worried about is the belts tracking. And I don't know squat about it other than the guy I bought it from said it was working the way he had it. But I sort of get a feeling for why he didn't want any help taking it apart. Because it's just tedious. Anyway, so this is down. And that's good. And my drive mechanism worked. Even with the weight of this on it, it slides beautifully. I didn't do much, but taking it apart and cleaning all the grime out and putting, getting the pieces smooth and getting new lubricants on them really makes all the difference in well-machined parts. Cool. All right, so this is now done. And you take Derek down and get ready for the next lift, which is the drivewall transmission. I'm sort of looking forward to that. All right. I'm sort of looking forward to all of this. It's being silly, right? This is here. Cool. All good. All good. So. Now let's figure out how we're going to grip that drywall. Well, this is a crappy arrangement, but I've got it. It's solid. It's up in the air. And I think I can get it. I've got 20. It's off the table. And I've got 29 inches. And I've got 35 where I'm going. So it's going to go. Let's make it go. It doesn't seem like it.
Because the other had slots, right?
Oh, this is because, oh, you're right. These are holes in the cast iron plate. Has got holes, yes, direct holes. So we've got this thing. You've got one. I'm going to, so what you're suggesting is I should just bring it down
a
an
little bit.
eighth of an inch?
Yes.
Doesn't matter where we do this, because the odds of being right are slim.
Yep. A little more. Alright. I got 3 here, but 2 of them are torqued over pretty hard. Why don't you...
We're going to have to release some pressure here.
You think so?
Well, I don't see how we can move it.
I don't know.
Again, we need some slack.
Okay.
Dave believes we need some slack.
Alright.
There is no speed control on this.
Yeah, I know. Try again?
Trying again. That's
Great. That's...
Could be it.
Finger there.
Oh yeah, time to be thinking about from your fingers.
This piece just came off.
Yeah, yeah. We're dislodged. Okay, this isn't awful.
Yep. This corner, right?
Okay, I see you going with that. The holes really change the whole characteristics of the pitch here.
Can you watch?
I can. It's gonna go.
Actually-
the machine's gonna go rotate toward you a little bit. Oh! Here's one for you. There's nothing really that says that these are in the right place or parallel.
So we got 3 now. I'm gonna lift it from kind of the middle of the back.
Okay. You'll make it down from here. That's great. All right, drop it down completely. No moss. There we go. That's why these bolts are so bunged up. All makes sense. Right. This is not doing anything. So let's get rid of it. Take that off.
good. We're good. This is great. This is gonna happen. I think. This is pretty much where I put it. Good. Good, good, good. It's not right. I mean, we all can see that, but it's headed toward good. I think. Maybe the last time I need that ever in my life. Good. All right, move this.
That's Dave. You can just put all in one spot off that.
Sounds good. You guys are screaming by, huh?
Yeah. There,
Rob was saying there's an air show or something.
yes, there's an air show coming up.